Good morning, dear students. How are you today? Today we're going to have lesson 7 scatter plots. Scatter plots construct cascade. Today we're going by the end of the lesson to know how to construct scatter plots and interpret scatter plots. Okay, how can scatter plots help spot trends? Suppose you work in the video department of a home entertainment store. The number of movies on video cassettes you have sold in a 5-year period is shown in the graph. What appears to be the trend in sales of movies on video cassette? Estimate the number of movies on video cassettes sold for 2003. So, construct the scatter plots. A plot is a graph that shows the relationship between two sets of data. So the scattered plot is a graph, right? That shows what? That shows the relationship between two sets of data. In a scatter plot, two sets of data are graphed as ordered pairs on a coordinate system. Let's see. Construct a scatter plot. Test scores. The table shows here the average SAT math scores from 1990 to 2000. Make a scatter plot of the data set. Okay, year and score. We have the years, and this is the table here, year and score for 1991 and so on. And I have here 501, 500, and 501 different here scores. Okay, so let the horizontal axis or x-axis, so the horizontal is the x-axis, don't forget, represent the year. Okay, as you see here there. Okay, wanted the mark to show you. I have here the this axis is x-axis. It represents the year, and here the y-axis represents the score of my students in SAT math. Okay, so I have here for the 90 year, I have here what? 501 as you see here is between 500 and 502, just in between. Then I have here 91, 500, exactly 500. Okay, and then I have 501 also, and so on. Okay, this is a scatter plot. Okay. Interpret scatter plots. The following scatter plots show the types of relationships or patterns of two sets of data. The scatter plots, as you see here in the study tab, let's see here the study tab. Data that appear to upfill from left to right, okay, show a positive relationship. Data that appear to go downhill from left to right show a negative relationship. So we have here this is important. Okay, from left to right, this is what show positive, left to right. Okay, data that appear to go downhill from left to right, downhill. This show to be negative relationships. So I have here this concept summary here. Positive relationship, as here x increases and y, as x increases, y increases, as x increases, y increases. Okay, here I have as x increases, y, what happens to y? It decreases, y decreases. So this is negative relationship and this is positive relationship, and no obvious pattern, so it's no relationship. Okay, so as you see, as x increases, y increases, so it's what? It's positive relationship. Here, as x increases, y decreases, negative. And if you don't have any obvious pattern, so it's called no relationship between them. Okay, dear students, very easy. Okay, what type of relationship is shown on the graph? Okay, example 2. Interpret scatter plots. Determine whether a scatter plot of the data for the following might show a positive, negative, or no relationship. It's easy, I know. This is what I have here. A for A, B. Okay, this one determine. Okay, I have here determine the whether scatter plot of the data for the following might show a positive, negative, or no relationship. For number A, age of car and the value of car, age of car and the value of car. As the age of car here increases, as you see, the age of the car increases, which here represents x-axis. Okay, the value of the car what decreases. So the scatter plots of the data would be negative or positive. What do you think? Of course, negative, right? As here the x-axis increases, the y-axis decreases, so it's called here, yes, negative relationship. Birth month and birth weight. So a person's birth weight is not affected by birth month. So therefore a scatter here plot is what is has no show no relationship. As you see here, no relationship, no obvious here data. Okay, you can also use scatter plots to spot trends, draw conclusions, and make predictions about data. Example 3, use scatter plots to make predictions. A wildlife for biology. Okay, who likes biology? A wildlife biologist is recording here the length and weights of a sampling of largemouth bass. The table shows the result. Okay, the length and the weight. Okay, as you see, 9.2, 0.5. 10.9, 0.8, 12.13, 0.9. Okay, and then 1.3. As you see, I want you to see something, and okay, I have here, as you see, 0.5, 0.8, 0.9, 1.3, 1.7, 2.2. Open your eyes. 2.5, 3.2, 3.6. Okay, what did you notice? Increase here or what? Yes, increase. So make a scatter plot of the data. Let's do what? Let's do it. I have here, let the horizontal axis is x-axis, represents the length, and the length here, my dear students, the x-axis. Okay, and here I have the weight is the vertical axis. Okay, it's the vertical axis. Then graph the data. Does the scatter plot show a relationship between the length and the weight of the largemouth? Yes, of course. Explain, as the length of the bass increases, so it's a positive relationship. Excellent students. So it's easy, and it's interesting too. Predict the weight of a bass that measures 22 inches. 22 here. Okay, by looking at the pattern here, 22 inches would be between what do you think? I have here 5 every time. Here I have 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Okay, it must be here between 5 and 6, and here 5.5. So 22 will be between the last thing is 20. So 22 will be between, yes, 5 here and 6 pounds. Okay, my dear students, by this we have covered the lesson. Study well from the student book, and do the exercises on practice book on lesson 1.6. And if you have any questions, please send me on Google Classroom. Thank you, my dear students.